Hey, Colonel.
You gonna give him an update on what's going on with Stella?
You want to give him one?
Yeah. Stella. Alright. Stella here had a little, how would I put this? She had a day alone with the Colonel, and we saw everything take place. So this was like 3 weeks ago, or maybe two and a half weeks ago, and it usually goes about three and a half months. I think it's 3. She's doing pretty good. She got her winter coat on her right now. She's more friendly than the Colonel. So that's good until when we go time to start milking her. So she'll be ready for all that. But him, on the other hand, he don't like nobody touching him. But that day he didn't care because he was on a mission. But we're gonna hopefully have some kids running around here, and if they're boys, we might sell a couple of them. If they're girls, we're gonna keep them, and we'll just see. So.
Now, what you fixing to get into?
But today, we had a pipe burst on us, and that's what we're going to do today.
How cold was it?
It got down to like 13 degrees. Up there in Taylorsville, it was around 13 degrees, but down here it's, I think, maybe 18, 19 degrees. When I got up, it was like 20-something. So, dropping raspberries, huh? You had to make eye contact with me when you done it. That was a little weird. Okay. But we're going to go down there and do that. So. Alright. I don't know if you guys remember, or I don't know if we taped it or not, but a while back ago we had problems out of this, so we bought a new well pump, converted it over to 220. Well, actually this is a 230 volt well pump, so we put it on the 220 that's in the garage, and that's working pretty well. We had to replace all of this, and we bought this the same day that we bought the pump. So we got a new bladder, new pump, everything was working fine. And then this happened. As you can see, there's a crack. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it cracked all the way down through here, all the way around here, and it come back into here. So I gotta splice this in like 3 different spots, because I gotta cut it here, and I gotta cut it here, and I gotta cut it over there. So I will need 3 couplings. Hopefully we can scrounge up some here, because I didn't get none when I was out, but if not, I'll try to make some things work. I'm gonna check this, make sure that it's not cracked. I cracked this one back in here when I tried to cut it with these right here. If you have a cold pipe and you got these and they're not really sharp, I recommend do not try to cut your pipe with this. Works well on new pipe, but if it's cold, you're just going to crack your whole system. So, we got something a little new today, and we left our old stuff out in the rain, so we're a little messed up there, but this is going to help us cut that down there. So, we'll get to that in a little bit. We'll go through some of the stuff we need. Got the 2 T's. I'm going to have a T here that I'm going to redo, and I'm going to have one right here that goes up to our, I'm drawing a blank, people.
Faucet.
To our faucet, which is, this is going to set on top of here, just like what it was. See, this was on here. We'll put a new faucet, put a new T on that, put a new ball valve, new 90 degrees, and we'll just see how it goes. And you guys are going to be along for the ride, so hopefully I don't mess it up. I've been messing with this thing for, seems like years, but it's only been a couple months. So we'll try to breeze right through this. These 2 look a little different. You got me. But, okay. we've had 2 of these, but when I went out, I did not buy a 3rd one. So, it wasn't the end of the world, so we thought we'd just go ahead. This is the same size, and that way if I ever have to take the bladder off, I'll only have to fix whatever's to the bladder, and this comes right off, and then I'll put it right down here, and then that way we can detach this later if we need to. And then I'll redo all of this up to here, and I'll piece this back in for the new one, if that makes sense. So that way this will be detachable, and then all this will be replaced, except for right here where everything was fine, where the heat's blowing on it. See, all this is fine. So maybe one day we'll convert it over to copper, but maybe not. That's more money and more time. So we'll go ahead and cut that one over there, get it ready, and then we'll mock up. We'll cut this one and this one. That way we'll have all this detached, and we'll fix all this right. Or the car door.
Yep, I do too.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut this. And like I said, these are cold pipes.
And
You're cut.
if the camera's shaking, I ain't got my tripod.
Yeah, and it's cold out here, so
Yes, it is.
I'm gonna try cutting this right here, and I'm gonna hold it as I cut, so I don't mess nothing up. I'm not left-handed, but you want to try to get this as straight as you can. I lift up on it a little bit, and then look at that. Look at that. It's frozen solid in there.
Is it?
All of this is frozen, and it's leaking right back here too, people. Okay, so I got to replace all the way to inside here. No big deal. But all this that I cut through was frozen. So our extent of the damage might be a little bit further than what we thought, because I'm feeling the heat right here. This might be fine. We'll see when I cut into it. Okay, this looks fine, all except for down here. You see where the ice is? That's ice. So I'm looking through, and I still got a little build up both sides. This is cracked right here, but this seemed fine. But we don't want to take no chance. So all that's going to be replaced, and we'll check over our bladder to make sure nothing else is messed up or cracked, but it seems like it's leaking right here. So see, there's water. So we'll pick this up.
It shouldn't be.
It should be fine. It might just be from
the water spraying earlier.
Yeah, water spraying earlier. We'll check it out and see. But that is frozen solid.
Put the heater down there on it.
And yeah, we'll just
Can you lay it down on it?
there we go. So we'll let that do its job. Now that we got all this, I'm going to take this and the other one and get all those measurements right. And we'll try to get it as close as possible as we can. But I'm just going to put it to right here and then measure off what that new one will be wherever I put it. This one right here. So that's going to cut out a majority of it. So I can cut it kind of close to right here, put that one in, then thread lock everything with our pipe tape. So hopefully it goes like it's going in my head, and this unthaws, and we'll have a right nice system. So before I do any of that, I'm going to cut that one and get it ready for a new coupling. This one is the one that leads to the house, and as you can see, it moves a little. You do not want to take these and move them hardly any at all when you're cutting this, because if you break anything that's down in here, you're pretty much screwed. You have to dig up all this, and that's concrete. So I'm going to attempt to see where my break is. See, I broke this one earlier, and it's a very brittle pipe. So hopefully nothing else is broke. See, right here should be fine. Try to get these as straight as you can. Seems like it's frozen. We'll see when we finish cutting. No, everything there was fine. So, some sandpaper. These new cans. There we go. Might as well do this one the same way. Prime with these. I can get both sides of it. Okay. Let that go. While we're waiting, I'm going to put this up under me, so I ain't sitting on the cold ground. There we go. It's a little wet down here from where all this stuff just messed up again. Let's see what we got. That was on there like that. It's connected exactly right here. So I'm going to try to make up all this the same measurements so I don't mess anything up when we go to put it back on. So I'm going to do it little by little and see where we go. But this I'm going to leave one piece till we couple it up here to that one. Okay. Pipe tape. Go ahead and blue up some of these. I don't know what you guys call it, but I call it bluing. Which is weird because this is purple, it ain't blue.
Primer.
What do you call it?
Primer.
Primer. But I always call it bluing. I don't know why. Just a habit, I guess.
That gum is cold out here.
Yes, it is. This stuff will stain your clothing. Trust me, I've been on this thing a lot, and I know it'll stain them. I got purple dots all over a bunch of my pants and my shirts. Okay, another coupling. I don't know how much I'm gonna need on this one because it goes back to that. Let's see. We'll do the T first. Yeah, this T part right here. And I'm thinking maybe if I leave myself a little bit extra, just in case. Should be enough to go down in it, and that should be perfect. Yeah. But who knows? We'll see as when we get there. Hopefully the sandpaper holds up. Here. Everything fits where it's supposed to.
Wait a minute, stick it back in there? That tight?
Nope.
You're wrong one.
Yeah, he gave me the wrong one. Told you there were two different ones.
Alright.
This one's right.
I might have another one in the garage.
I got confused when I was up there. The guy was on me like a car dealer. Wasn't he?
Yeah. That ain't the loose one, is it?
No.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Glue stinks.
Yeah, it does.
I'm going to see if I got another coupling.
Okay. Okay. Tiny problem. We don't have an extra one of these. I knew they looked a little different after we bought it, but this one's a little bit loose when it's on here, and that is no good. And the top is way loose. So we're not going to deal with that. Let's get this back one done. That's all this and connect it, and then have that lined up. But I want that to unthaw. It's getting there. It's dripping off of it, but we can't do this part until we get a new T for that. So we'll have to run back up to Lowe's, one of our happy places, but we'll fix that in a little bit. Make sure you've got your O-ring and everything in here before I get all that done. Really can't do much else except for get this side of the ball valve fixed. And then we'll wait for that to dry. This is where that one is, so I'm thinking maybe right here where I need to cut it. I always give myself a little bit more leadway. A little crooked, but it's fine. I wish. Gotta get these angles right. Hopefully it'll be level. Yeah, well, that means that writing will go straight like that. So hopefully everything will be fine. Clean that out before it dries too much. Think I should wait on this one?
I don't know.
'Cause it's gonna, I could dry fit it. It's gonna go right here. It needs to.
It goes way over here.
Well, remember this went back like that, and then it went over. So.
Because it's got one of them's got to come straight up from down here.
Now I can make it where it goes straight over and up.
Yeah, that's the way it's supposed to be.
Instead of it doing these turns.
Yeah, and just bring it all the way over and then over straight to it.
Alright, so.
Yeah, like that.
And then that T. So like that. I'll bring it over and do it like that. When I get over to it.
Yeah.
That makes sense. So. I can go ahead and glue this part up. Alright. I went back to Lowe's, you know, a happy little place. I got some couplings and the T's that actually fit. So there's hardly any play in these. So I made sure that all of them fit the way they're supposed to. So got new couplings, new 90s, new T's. Go ahead and get this T ready.
And the other ones you had, they said they're supposed to fit too, but they didn't, did they?
I went through about 30 each of these before I found the 3 that I want. So out of that, it's like a 10% chance that I found the 3 that I was looking for out of 30. And they had them all mixed in, all different things. So they're even labeled differently. So I don't know what's going on there.
Somebody gonna get fired.
So I guess one's for PVC, one's for PVCC. Or PCVC. I always mix it up. But we know which one we need now. We don't need that one, so we'll use it in the future somewhere. But let's get everything primered. I didn't say blue that time. And I think that's the only... Am I going to need one more T? I already got that T. Alright, we'll blue these up too. I'm going to do part of that.
You done got the back of it?
Huh?
You done got the other end?
What are you talking
You ain't
about?
got the other end glued, have you?
This end ain't glued.
Okay.
Okay. done put my pipe thread, my pipe tape on here. Locked all that down, so that'll come loose. And then we can screw it on. Everything will be fine, hopefully. Mocked it up where this is gonna sit on here. This is gonna go up here, just like that. This is gonna go in here, and we still got to figure out these down here. So, I think if I cut one, about another thumb length. So that one right there behind, right here first, and you always cut more off, or cut it again.
The lesser.
About like that.
Yeah.
We bought 10 foot of it, so it's mess up. I think I can afford to mess up once or twice, or about 4 times with these little pieces. It needs to be a little longer.
Pretty good right there, isn't it?
No.
Okay.
Needs to be a little longer.
All right.
My mistake. Okay. I'm first to admit when I'm wrong and I'm a mistake.
Hit the wrong button. Right there.
Okay. I have made a mistake. And I'll be the first one to admit it. Yes, I was wrong. This, I said, was too short. But I can move this. So, this is not attached. I had a brain fart. So all this is fine. Now, the only thing I need to do is take that one over there and then mock it up right quick with this.
Yep.
So, we'll move this over.
Don't get glue all that.
I'm not. I'm gonna glue it. Can you hand me that over there?
Yep.
Because I got one more piece I gotta cut, which.
Oh.
Okay. You still rolling?
Yeah.
And none of this right here is glued, so this is going here. And then, oh my God, that is part.
Oh.
Okay, last part, last elbow, right there where the ball valve is. This is glued. Everything's turned out kind of well so far. So we'll just glue this part, glue it in here, a little bit more, glue around that, and we are done. All thing we gotta do is wait for it to dry a little bit, and then hopefully everything will be fine. Check right here, make sure everything's fine down here.
Yeah, we need to get that cement and stuff and fill that in. Fill it in with sand and then put a skim of cement on top.
Everything looks fine down in here. Nothing looks broken. Now the moment of truth, when we cut it back on, we're going to wait at least about maybe 10 minutes before we cut anything on to make sure all the glue is set. I'm going to go back around it, and all the new stuff I put in, I'll put more around it. It's just something I do. I don't know if anybody else does it, but I'll take more of this and I'll just run it around each seam. I don't know if anyone does that, but I like doing that because it gives me a little extra confidence on what I did. Already done those back there. But now on the last system, we had it where this ball valve only was open this much. The reason being, when we had it open all the way, for some reason it would stall out the well pump. But if we had it like this, we're still getting the pressure we needed up there, but we didn't have it open all the way because we didn't want it to stall out the well pump. So we converted everything over to the 230. It's running off the garage power. Hopefully all this is working right. We bumped this up to 80 degrees. We're going to get us a tarp and put over this well house. We're going to get us something else to put over this. Maybe one of those big rocks to put over this. They're insulated. And then I think one of those big rocks will fit over this.
Yeah.
We're going to put the sand down in here, put the cement that we got on it. Hopefully we ain't got to touch this again for another, until it messes up again.
It'll mess us up again.
God. But I think that's pretty well just eyeballing it. What do you guys think? Just eyeballing all that? And then that's the old system? I mean, I think I've done a pretty good job. I'm getting to where I'm pretty much a qualified plumber here. Don't have the license, but I hope that back here works. It didn't work when we had it on a water heater, but it was that propane water heater that I had in the outhouse that I'm building. I had it in it when we were trying it here. It melted and messed up and it didn't work. So I'm thinking if it's got just well water coming through it and it's going to the bladder, I think it'll be fine. Got everything tight. So we're going to go flip the switch while you guys are down here, and then we'll see if anything bad happens. Oh, hey. I know this would have worked. I know it looks different because I got this in my hand instead of it being down there. But it would have worked if the fittings were made right. Every one of these fittings, when they put them in here, it just wiggled around. Said it was what it was for, but it didn't work out right. It's not a total waste. I'm going to reuse this right here. I'm going to reuse this. Keep that for a reference in case I got to do this again later. I had to go over to PEX the way I wanted to do it in the first place. I knew they made an adapter for 3/4 inch PVC to a 3/4 inch PEX line. All this, see, it was running a minute ago. All this is connected just like that is over there. Same setup. And then it's just more simple. I moved this in a little bit so we can enclose the well house and keep it running instead of keeping it warm and instead of all this breeze going through it. So I'm going to open this valve up and hopefully, excuse me, hopefully none of the pipes up there are messed up.
Well, I got to go in.
So he's going to go in. Well, this is where we're going to end the video. We'll let you know in a future video if it worked or not. But this is where we're going to end it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe to my dad's channel if you're new. And we will catch all of you on the next one. Hopefully this will work out well for us. Well.
Catch you on the next one.
Bye.